Let's talk about Christian McCaffrey. So Christian McCaffrey had a good day. He didn't have Trent Williams out there. And Brock Purdy kind of struggled. Christian McCaffrey kind of struggled. That's what happens when Trent Williams doesn't play. The whole operation falls apart. Trent Williams is by far the most valuable player on this team. If Brock Purdy goes down, there's a world where Mac Jones wins a Super Bowl. If Trent's out there. But if Trent goes down, this team is not winning. They might win one game a month. I don't care who's healthy without Trent. So anyway, Christian McCaffrey gave a valiant effort, had some good plays, made some nice catches, ran hard. I noticed though that he doesn't stay on the field for more than a play at a time. He'll be on the field, he'll run the ball, catch a ball, run a route, then he's off. Maybe they're just pacing him. Maybe that's how they're going to use him during the season. Maybe that's a good thing. But I noticed it. And if that's how they're going to use him, great. They need to have a good backup running back, which is why I thought they should have kept Jordan Mason. But they didn't. They traded Jordan Mason for a 5th round pick and then spent a 5th round pick on Jordan James, who's hurt. Again, he had he had knee issues, and now he has a broken finger. Here's the thing, man. Jordan Mason is huge and freaking bruising, and you brought in Jordan James to fill that role. He's way smaller than Jordan Mason. So much depends on Christian McCaffrey this year. It'd be nice if the Niners still had Jordan Mason. Let me ask you guys a question that's somewhat related, maybe unrelated. If you had to bet right now which teams will make the Super Bowl, who would you pick? I've been thinking about this. In the AFC, my choice is always the same. I think if you're actually putting money on the line, you can't bet against Kansas City. I wouldn't. If you want to lose money, bet on Baltimore to win the AFC. So I'm still riding with Kansas City until proven otherwise. Patrick Mahomes is essentially God in cleats. I don't care what his numbers are the last 2-3 years. All I know is that he's 14-7 since 2022 or the last 5 years when he enters the fourth quarter losing. 14-7. No other quarterback in the league has a winning record, man. That is all you need to know about that guy. Sure, he has a good defense and he has Spagnuolo and Reed, but that's him. He's the most clutch quarterback I've ever seen. Ever. So, what are we talking about? Oh, who's going to win the Super Bowl? Kansas City in the AFC. And then the NFC, I don't feel great about the Niners after they got kind of punked by the Broncos today. I don't feel great about the Rams. Freaking Stafford's got a bad back and he's 37. Let me tell you something. I got a bad back and I'm 37. Sometimes it goes away and I'm like, oh, that'll never come back again. Guess what? It comes back. I do all the work. I do the glute bridges. I do all the ab work. So many glute bridges. Activation. And it works for a while. And then, I don't know, I sleep on it wrong or I'm stressed or whatever. And then it's 3 weeks and it hurts and I limp around and shit. It's awful. I feel like I'm 70. And I feel like it's going to be like that the rest of my way because that's what getting old is all about. So that's the Rams. And they have Jimmy Garoppolo after him, which I don't care what he does. I just want him to start against the Niners in that Thursday night game. Was that week 5? I think it's going to happen. So there's that. And then you got Seattle with Sam Darnold. He's a disaster. He's a negative play waiting to happen, even in the best of circumstances. There's a reason why Minnesota got rid of him. Arizona, if Call of Duty didn't exist, yeah, maybe Arizona. Then in the North, and I don't buy Philly again. I feel like what happened to Christian last year is so potentially going to happen to Saquon Barkley. They gave him a bajillion touches, more or less. And now he's 28? He's going to do it again? Not that they need him to carry him, but he was a big difference maker last year. I'm not picking them, although they're still really great on paper. Not Green Bay. I feel like they're the same as last year. They still don't have a number 1 wide receiver. I like Jordan Love, though. Not Detroit. They're going to miss Ben Johnson. Not Chicago. That I don't care that they have Ben Johnson. It's just a poverty organization, and everyone fails there. Everyone. Plus, Caleb Williams I don't believe in him. I think he makes too many mistakes. I don't care. I think what he did in college was run around and do a bunch of stuff off schedule, and his overwhelming talent carried him, but he still made a bunch of mistakes, and now those mistakes are outweighing the good stuff that he does. So don't believe in them. I'm going with Minnesota. Yeah, I think J.J. McCarthy's going to pull it off. I'm not saying he's going to win the Super Bowl, but I think Jim Harbaugh's protege from Michigan is going to have a good year. Why? Because the Vikings are freaking loaded. They're so loaded. Why? Because they're not paying for a quarterback. They were loaded last year, and now they're even more loaded because their offensive line is way better than it was last year. They got Christian Darrisaw back. They added some guys in the interior. Way better offensive line, and they got Jordan Mason. So now they're going to be able to protect their quarterback, run the ball. Teams are never going to load the box against Minnesota, ever, because they have Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson. So, I don't know. I don't really buy the Commanders. I feel like they won a bunch of close games last year, and their team is old. Bobby Wagner, Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz is actually important to that team. Bobby Wagner's, he's like Stafford age. And there's, who else is really old on that team? McLaurin. He's 30-something and not signed. So I don't know. Minnesota. Or the Niners. But more probably Minnesota. And if Minnesota if Jordan Mason has a season I'm expecting, 10 plus touchdowns, 1,000 yards, dude, why did you trade him? Why? Because I liked him? Just to spite me? I'll never understand what the Niners had against him. But, he hasn't done it yet. I'm just envisioning what's going to happen. Chiefs over Vikings in the Super Bowl. No. Vikings over Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Jordan Mason, Super Bowl MVP. I don't make the rules. I just had a vision, and I'm passing on to you. How's Juice doing? He actually should have caught a long pass today, but Brock Purdy overthrew him. Grant, they were just taking their lumps today. That was a good one. I like that one. Faithful Saint says, has Saleh found his DJ Reed and Stout? I don't think they're going to play Stout on the outside, but maybe. I think Michael Williams will be Michael Bennett. Could be. Michael Bennett was really good. Peter does not drink, says Stout called it when he got the call. You just got a dog, coach. Let me look up Michael Bennett real quick, and then we'll go. Michael Bennett. No, the other Michael Bennett. Here we go. From Ohio State. No, that's not the right Michael Bennett. The other Michael Bennett. Is that the right Bennett? Marked Michael Bennett. There he is. Michael Bennett, 6'4", 275. Yeah, I could see it. He was in Tampa for 4 years. Then Seattle got him in 2013. And that's when they won the Super Bowl, when they got Michael Bennett. They had a really good defense. They had Chris Clemens, Bruce Irvin. But then in 2013, they got Bennett and Averill. And Averill didn't start. Averill was sort of like their Bryce Huff. And Bennett was like their Mike. You can see the vision from Robert Saleh. He's trying to build that Super Bowl winning defense, the Legion of Boom, essentially. Bennett would be, that's a good call. Bennett would be Michael. Bryce Huff would be Cliff Averill. I guess Bosa would be a way better version of Bruce Irvin, I guess. Yeah. Who's Richard Sherman? Lenore? Who's Cam Chancellor? Mustafa, eventually. Grunt Bone says, how have the Jakes done today? Bosa, Nepo baby too. That's true. Bosa never gets any Nepo pushback. Jakes are not good, man. The Jakes are really pulling the Niners down. Jake Brendel, Jake Moody. If you can't go by Jake. If your name is Jacob, you're okay. Jacob Robinson, he spells it with a K as well. Smart. Good player. Jake Brendel, no. Jake Moody, no. If they want to get serious, I think Jake Brendel should change his name to Jacob Brendel. Jacob Moody, the first. Just be more serious, You can have a nickname when you're really good. Like Robbie Chosen. If he wasn't doing well, he'd be Robert. But he's so good, he could be Bob Chosen. Big Bobby Chosen. He could be that. He's that good. But that's why I was like, when Jimmy Garoppolo started fading, I'm like, dude, you got to be James now, man. James Garoppolo. I like that Brock doesn't have a nickname. He's not like Brocky Purdy. None of that nickname BS when you're the quarterback. Full name: Thomas Brady, Joseph Montana, Stephen Young. Full name. I would make that a thing if I were a coach. You need to go by your full name. William. Do you think Jacob Robinson should make 53? Yes. But I think they should keep their young guys. They're going to get rid of Luter or Robinson. They're going to end up on some other team. They're going to end up starting. Watch. So they can keep like Dallas Flowers or someone who's 29 or whatever. They're going to keep Dallas Flowers because he's 6'1" and he's 28 over someone like Darrell Luter or Jacob Robinson, and it's going to bite him. I hope they don't. Quality control telling you don't do that. Jacob Robinson is good. He's built just like Lenore. 5'10". Lenore had like 15, 20 pounds on him coming out. But otherwise, like the frame is exactly the same. Just need to put on a little muscle. All right. Womack. All right. That's the show. Thanks for watching. Day off tomorrow. I'll be golfing. I'll be doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But I don't know. But yesterday, I played 9 at Monarch. You ever play the Monarch 9? Oh, so nice. It's like 3 par 4s on it. You can use your driver and hybrid a little bit. +4. I hit 5 greens in regulation. I've never played like this before. Best I'd ever done on that is +9. I did a +4. I was +5 after 5, and then I went par, birdie, par down. Like, who am I? Grant Cohn. It's fucking right. It's fucking right. Anyway, I just want you to know that. I like a 9 hole. 18 rounds of golf is a lot, dude. Man, I got Niners to talk about. I can't just be golfing it up all day. Give me 9 holes. Also, it's like $15. And if you're a member, it's like 3. And it's a nice course. Anyway. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.